Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Payback. It is the first Raw exclusive pay-per-view under the new general manager, Constable Dredge, but it is also a big night of action here. The penultimate brand exclusive pay-per-view of this series of Universe comes your way in just a few moments. We are loaded up for a big night of action. 4 title matches, a personal grudge match, and a multitude of other things happening on this card as well. Let us look though first towards one of the big matches happening here tonight, and that is going to be, we will finally determine the United States Champion. The tournament will come to an end here tonight, and the new United States Champion will be crowned between Hirooki Goto and Kassius Ohno. These two men have gone a long way. These two men have fought off all opponents they could find, and now tonight they battle to find out who the United States Champion is going to be. The title vacated from Lars Sullivan by the Raw General Manager, and now here tonight we find out who will be the one to hold the US title under the new General Manager. Goto versus Ohno is going to be a great matchup. It's going to be a match about respect, and it's going to be a match about that title. But you can guarantee this match won't be that. Triple H versus Hiroshi Tanahashi in a street fight later on tonight. The Ace in uncomfortable territory, but if he's got to fight Triple H in this way, he's going to do it. Triple H has backed up Tanahashi into this corner, and Tanahashi is going to fight out of it, as the Ace always does. No DQs, no countdowns. You'd think that would play in the Triple H's ball, but this is the Ace we are on about. This is Tanahashi, who, if he doesn't have to give up, he won't. Tanahashi will keep fighting on. The game versus the Ace here tonight. What about that is going to be? And what about our main event is going to be as well? Marty Scurll, who this past week became the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in the history of this universe, surpassing the reign formerly held by Shinsuke Nakamura. Now tonight, Scurll looks to keep his reign going by a victory over Daniel Bryan. The leader of the Yes Movement became the number 1 contender through Scurll opening his mouth. Now these two men collide. It is the villain fighting for himself against Daniel Bryan, fighting for Raw. So far, the edge has gone to Daniel Bryan, but when they're one-on-one in the same ring, who will take home that World Heavyweight Championship? We will find out in just, well, this very night. But it's time to get Payback started right away with Curtis Axel's Open Challenge match. I think? Something like that. Well, let me give you the rundown of how this goes then. So, Curtis Axel is in this one here. He is having this, I called it an open challenge a moment ago, but it's not really an open challenge. It's kind of a, I guess, for lack of a better term, debut match, maybe. I don't know. No, debut doesn't even work either. I don't know where I'm going with this one, but nevertheless, let me look over what happened on this past episode of Monday Night Raw. Constable Dredge said he had a big opportunity for someone, and Curtis Axel was the one who came out and said that he wanted the chance. Constable Dredge said, okay, I'll give you the chance. Reluctant at first, but he gave him the chance. If Curtis Axel loses here tonight, however, he will be forced to leave the Monday Night Raw brand, and on top of that, he has been promised by the Raw General Manager that tonight's opponent will be a tough one for him and will be a big one in that own right. Can't really, there's only a few big names I can think of who would fit that role right now. Maybe CM Punk's going to have his little return here. Maybe The Undertaker's coming back. I'm not really too certain who else there could be. The only other alternatives, of course, is a debut, as I previously said, and maybe something along those lines. But outside of that, I'm not really too certain. Yep. Something along those lines does indeed fit, because from NXT back to the main roster, it is the Swiss Superman Cesaro, now a member of Monday Night Raw. Cesaro has arrived to the red brand. Well, how about that? Cesaro is here. Well, Axel was promised a big opponent, and he's certainly got one. He undoubtedly got a big opponent. He got a tough opponent in Cesaro. His Raw career is on the line at the hands of this man. Oh my indeed. What a way this is to kick off Payback though. Cesaro is here to make an immediate impact on the Monday Night Raw roster. And I imagine this will be at the expense of Curtis Axel and Curtis Axel's career on Monday Night Raw. Best of luck in terms of that one, but it doesn't look like it's going to be going your way anytime soon. Oh, here we go. Axel prepping himself up, trying to be ready to go here, but for what purpose? Because he stands across the ring from Cesaro, who immediately comes out of the gates with a drop kick there. Look at this now, Cesaro just going away there with a few strikes. Axel, though, pulling back on the punch there, or at least pulling his punch back a little bit before striking it. That's what I meant to say. Pulling your punch back is not a good thing. Cesaro, though, half-hatch suplex, and Axel face plants into the mat there. Not looking good that right now for the third-generation superstar. Curtis Axel has belts under his name in this universe. A former... Oh, God, look at this from Cesaro. A former ECW tag team champion. May have been at one point a former ECW television champion, but I believe I'm BSing on that one. I might well be. Curtis Axel was hoping for a neck breaker there. Gets no such luck. Cesaro in now. Back suplex. Look at how vertical that suplex was before he came down with it. Leg drop from Cesaro follows up as well, and things aren't looking good at all right now for Curtis Axel. Up in the air, there's the uppercut in the chest. And Cesaro going after him here. And doing a good job of it as well in his return to the main roster in his first match ever on Monday Night Raw. Cesaro up top, elbow drop on Axel. Will this end Curtis Axel's Monday Night Raw career? Well, it came close, no doubt about it. Looking for a hard shot in the gut there, but Axel did his best to counter it. Cesaro a little bit dazed there. Back suplex, backbreaker, countered. Cesaro in now. Sharpshooter to Axel. Oh, but he did it wrong. He did it wrong. Turned the wrong way, locking in that sharpshooter there, and it cost him. Oh, this is going to cost Axel, though, because he's on the hands now of more punishment, courtesy of Cesaro. Oh, here we go. Cesaro's going to end this in definitive fashion. A trio of deadlift gut-wrench suplexes. One after the other, all over again. And there should be one move left to end this. And with it, one move left to end the Monday Night Raw career of Curtis Axel. Cesaro brings him in the middle of the ring. Crack of the neck. Neutralizer from Cesaro. And there is the impact for you. And that should very well be the final moments of Curtis Axel's career on Monday Night Raw. Indeed it is. Cesaro has arrived to Raw. And there you have it. Well, Curtis Axel's career may well have come to an end on Monday Night Raw. It certainly seems that way, but Cesaro's has only just begun. A big move made by Constable Dredge here at Payback. He said it was going to be a big name, and he wasn't lying about it. A big name, it most certainly was in Cesaro. Former world champion, Triple Crown champion. And that is a big name to get in this. Monday Night Raw has chosen big. Cesaro's been given another chance to make his name on the main roster. Let's see how he'll perform under the new general manager. I don't think we'll be seeing Curtis Axel performing again, though, given the fact he lost that match. And with it, he's probably lost his Monday Night Raw career. These things happen. Anyway, let's not dwell on that. There is your new man around here in Cesaro, and we'll see where things will go for him leading up in the future dates. As for right now, though, it's time for our first title match of the evening. Coming up next, time for the World Tag Team titles. It is time for Magnum Opus to get their first title opportunity. I don't know how, but they've got it, and it is against the Revival. And who would have ever thought that a team like Magnum Opus would be getting the shot for these titles? I certainly didn't. I can say that. So color me all kinds of surprised to see them getting their shot right now. However, there is something very, very apparent heading into this one. A big difference for Magnum Opus to have to deal with. There are no stagehands. They were hurt by the revival. That was the report given from Aiden English. They were hurt. Doesn't say how they were hurt. Doesn't say to what degree. Just letting us know they were hurt. And they're not here tonight. Aiden English and Damien Sandow are, though. And they sent a message to the revival after the stagehands were beat by the revival quite handily. And that was Magnum Opus storming the ring and attacking the World Tag Team Champions right after the match had finished. Trying to get under their skin heading into this Sunday. Heading into this match. English and Damien Sandow ready for this one. It's been a short-lived tenure for Magnum Opus. They are just about a month into being a tag team. And now we wait to see what happens here tonight when these two guys try to work together to become the World Tag Team Champions. Yes, it sounds about as ludicrous as it actually is. Let's be real. Nevertheless, let's see what will happen here tonight when these two guys try to get their hands on those tag team titles. Do I think they can? Absolutely not. Do I think they will? Potentially. I mean, you think about everything that they've done. I mean, they came in and they were already beating teams left, right, and center. They lost one match and they stormed back and they got their victory back over Heavy Machinery to become the #1 contenders. They do what they want. They are Aiden English's masterpiece, of course. And just like a masterpiece, they are working the exact way that he would want them to. Here come the revival towards the ring. Here are the World Tag Team Champions, the pinnacle in tag team wrestling on Monday Night Raw. They have accomplished a great deal around here. They were the team that brought an end to what feels like, at least for now, the Good Brothers' final hurrah as Raw Tag Team Champions. It certainly felt like it came to an end at the hands of these two guys. Now we wait to see what happens in this one. Now we wait to see what happens when these two teams collide. Now we wait to see what happens when the top guys of Monday Night Raw put their tag team titles on the line against the duo of Magnum Opus. I would have never have imagined something like this happening, to be real. But it is. And here is the opportunity standing in front of them right about now. Here they are. There are the challengers. Damien Sandow, Aiden English. Magnum Opus, of course, as I said. A theatrical term standing for masterpiece. And Aiden English sees this as his masterpiece. The drama king and the intellectual savior of the masses, looking to become World Tag Team Champions in their first shot at the belts. However, on the other side of the ring, you have the pinnacle in tag team wrestling. You have the World Tag Team Champions. You have the duo who has no signs of letting up and certainly has signs of getting revenge for this past week on Monday Night Raw when they were attacked following their victory over the stagehands. There are no stagehands at ringside here tonight for Magnum Opus. Will that be a difference maker in any way, shape or form? Or will it be business as usual for Magnum Opus? Or will it just be the revival storming their way into victory? We await the answer to that question, and we are going to get it right now. It's Aiden English starting things off against Dash Wilder. Bell rings, we're underway, and a flying forearm right off the bat brings down Aiden English. You can kind of expect it going this way in all fairness. Here we go now. Here come the strikes. Nope, countered there by Aiden English. Suplex attempt here, and he got it on Dash Wilder. Oh my god. Magnum Opus have hit a move. I am stunned. I am stunned that they have hit a move. Damien Sandow now might have been looking to, or hoping for a tag to be made, but not happening. Aiden English now raking the eyes there quite heavily. Back suplex attempt. Great counter from Dash Wilder, though. Able to get his way out of that one. Technical wizardry there from the revival, and now just incoming strikes from the revival. Look at this. Hanging him up, and a leg drop coming in from Scott Dawson. Incredible tag team versatility there from the revival, able to lead them to hit moves like that one. This is why they are the tag team champions. This is why they are the top brass and the top guys on Monday Night Raw. But Aiden English fighting back. Snapmares him down. Elbow into the bottom of the neck there in the top of the spine. A real pinpoint place to hit. And now Sandow in off the tag. I have said on quite a few occasions, Sandow is kind of the, he's kind of the difference maker, I guess, when it comes to this team. And he's certainly trying to prove it here. You know, he's on more than one occasion, he's proven his strength and his fight. And he's going to try and do it again here tonight. Double axe handle. And down goes Scott Dawson. Chinlock being applied now by Sandow. Let's see what will happen here. Trying to stitch it in on Dawson. Trying to get him to tap out. Just not going to work the way he wants it to. Dawson in with a drop kick there. And for what seems like, well, the first time really in a little while, Scott Dawson has control of this match over Damien Sandow, but it was only for a short while because Sandow comes back there. Hangman's facebuster as well by him. Dash Wilder wanting the tag in there, and he gets it now. Wilder tagged in on Damien Sandow. Big drop kick from Wilder, and now he's starting to get fired up for the revival. Tilt-a-whirl neck breaker connected with it. Dawson didn't look too hot in the ring, but Dash Wilder now looking to take charge for the revival. Looking to get him going here, and he's up and over the top rope and to the outside. If Sandow and English can work together decisively on this one, Magnum Opus could have a great advantage here. And they could fully capitalize on it as well and lead them towards tag team glory, which Aiden English would certainly love the idea of. Dash Wilder causing problems though for Magnum Opus's dream tag mate. Scott Dawson back in here. Can he make a difference this time round? Hanging him up there, and a kick right in the knee. Signature job from the revival. And Sandow finds himself in uncomfortable territory right now. Aiden English reaching, he wants the tag, and Aiden English will get the tag in here now. Sandow out of the ring, clothesline to the back of the head there from Aiden English. Can the former United States champion get something big going for his team here? Can they pick up the tag team titles? Up the top rope, and a drop kick from English will connect to go with it. But it is countered by Scott Dawson's tactics. Big lariat as well brings him down. The job ain't quite over yet, but oh, it should very well be soon. Taking the leg away from him there. And things aren't looking too good for Magnum Opus right now. Scott Dawson may be thinking tactically. May have let it in English get the tag in there. Magnum Opus certainly tried for the fight, but they find themselves perched in a territory where it could all be over in just a moment. The revival! Shadow Machine! There goes Sandow. Cover on English. 2 and 3. You better believe it. The revival have retained their World Tag Team titles here at Payback. Magnum Opus certainly tried. There's no doubting it. There's no doubting the fight that the challengers gave. They wanted this to be their true masterpiece. But it simply wasn't the case. The revival, too much here, and they stay the centerpiece of Monday Night Raw's tag team division. They stay the top guys of the division. And the question is right now is what teams on Monday Night Raw are able to stop these guys? Is it Heavy Machinery? Is it American Alpha? Is it another run for the Good Brothers? Or is there simply no one who can bring an end to what the revival can do as the Raw Tag Team Champions? I don't know is the honest truth. I don't know the answer. But nevertheless, the revival are your winners here tonight. One title match down and one title defended. Now though, we move on to our next title match of the evening. The Raw Women's Championship is up for grabs. It is the winner of the Raw Women's Championship tournament, which concluded at SummerSlam, in AJ Lee, going up against the Raw Women's Champion herself in Rosemary. AJ Lee won a tournament with every other woman on the women's roster here on Monday Night Raw. She bested Asuka in the finals at SummerSlam to get this title shot, and since then, it is safe to say that Rosemary has done nothing if not disrespect AJ Lee, and disrespect what she achieved, and disrespect her as a competitor as a whole. And it has to be said that I feel as if that enragement, the ignorance from Rosemary, the attitude that she's been giving to AJ Lee, is going to be something that enrages AJ Lee here tonight, something that wills her on towards trying to become the Raw Women's Champion here tonight. Can she do it, though? Well, she fought through the entire tournament to get this far. She has gone through, in theory, every other woman on the Raw roster to get this opportunity, but there is one woman who she hasn't gone through. The Women's Champion for the past near 9 months now. It will be 9 months if she wins here tonight. Rosemary heads towards the ring. Formerly a member of the Brood, that is gone. That is a thing of the past. Rosemary is her own woman now, and she is as dangerous then as she is now. And she proved it right away when we had tag team matchup involving Rosemary and Alexa Bliss on one side, AJ Lee and Emma on the other side. Baseball bat to the back of AJ Lee's head, courtesy of the Raw Women's Champion. 2 weeks ago, cost AJ Lee a match against Alexa Bliss, distracting AJ Lee. This past episode of Monday Night Raw, beat Carmella while AJ Lee was at ringside and paid no attention to the challenger. Ran past her to attack Carmella. What does that say about the mind of Rosemary? What does that say about what she's trying to do with the mind of AJ Lee? This ignorance, this ignorant game she's trying to play with her, to try and twist her, to try and force her to do something that she doesn't want to do, to bring out a side of her that Rosemary wants her to bring out, only to use it against her to win this whole thing. And that could very, very well be the case. But the question is, if AJ Lee does unleash this side to her, if she does unleash this aggressive anguish to her, is it going to be something that Rosemary is going to live to regret? Is it going to be something that the Raw Women's Champion could find to be a huge mistake, and the mistake so costly that she doesn't have a Raw Women's Championship by the end of it all? There is only one way to find out the answer to that question, and that is to let these two women right now wrestle for that title. This has been brewing since after Money in the Bank. This is something that was created under the former Raw General Manager Dara Ronaldo and will end under the current Raw General Manager Constable Dredge. The winner of the tournament, AJ Lee. The Raw Women's Champion, Rosemary. And it's go between these two women. And AJ Lee explodes out of the blocks against Rosemary there. Little surprise that is the case. If Rosemary wanted this more aggressive side to her to come out, well, she has got it, because Rosemary got attacked right off the bell, but is returning the favor there to the challenger. Explode a suplex to her, and now keeping her pinned down to the mat. And bringing the knee down onto the kneecap of AJ Lee. That is a very sickening maneuver. Look at the agility as well of the Raw Women's Champion to follow up after it. Great Hurricanrana there. That's what makes Rosemary so dangerous. For as sick and twisted as she is, she knows what she's doing in that ring. She knows what she's doing, how to do it, and when to do it. And that is what makes her so problematic. And that is why she has been Raw Women's Champion now for nearly 9 months. Longer than any other Women's Championship reign in the history of this universe. And if AJ Lee can't do something about it here tonight, if AJ Lee doesn't pull out something in this performance that makes me think that something could happen or she could be the one to end it, then I don't know when the end is for Rosemary, is the honest truth. But what I do know right now is that AJ Lee's trying to fight back, trying for the kicks in the gut there. Didn't go the way she wanted it to. Rosemary has the legs now, going to turn her over into a Boston Crab and putting AJ Lee right next to the ropes. And AJ should have a short crawl to safety there, and indeed it is. There we go. Rope break called by the referee. Rosemary, though, is not going to leave AJ Lee let be that safe. Looked for the red wedding following the mist. AJ counted it. There's breast takedown now, and the challenger firing away on Rosemary. The Hive Queen being attacked here by AJ Lee, but only temporarily. Neck breaker, and things are suddenly slowed right back down again, because that's how Rosemary wants things to go. Irish whip up and over the top rope now, and a big shoulder tackle. AJ Lee hitting hard on the outside. Oh no, she's calling her up to her feet now. Rosemary's got something sick and twisted in her mind. Oh, just launching herself on top of AJ Lee there. AJ grasping onto her back. Did she come down on it awkwardly onto the barricade is my question. Did she cause great pain there? I don't know. Either way, she is fighting back right now and sends the champion into the ring apron. Back in the ring we go with AJ Lee in control right now, but can she stay in control? More importantly, for her cause of wanting to be the champion. Right now, it does not seem that way, because she just got hit with a devastating spear there. Striking from firmly out of nowhere with that spear, but Rosemary knows it is not going to be the move to put this one away. You know she was studying that tournament. You know she had her eyes on the people in that tournament, and she knows what she has to do to beat Rosemary, to beat AJ Lee here tonight. And AJ Lee's trying to make life awfully tough for her. Turning it round now. Hurricanrana, cover made. Will this make her the Raw Women's Champion? No. Goodness no. Rosemary powering out early on there. Kick in the leg. More kicks coming in from AJ Lee. She needs more. I gotta say this right now. She needs more in this one to really cause concern for the Raw Women's Champion. Otherwise, this could just be another normal defense for her. By the books, for lack of a better term. AJ Lee is trying, though. And AJ Lee is pulling out all the stops. Black Widow applied on Rosemary here. Will this be the move to it? No. No, it will not. Rosemary fought her way out of that one so easily. Great kick, though, from AJ Lee. Kips right back up to her feet, and she's feeling it now. She's got an air within her, but Rosemary stops it. Ducks under. Counter from AJ Lee. Jawbreaker. Missed with that lariat there, and that could have cost her. Both women swinging wildly and missing there. It's turning more into a brawl than anything else right now. Kick in the ribs there from AJ Lee, and both women go down to one knee. Both feeling the fatigue of this matchup. Rosemary, for the first time, looks like she could be in trouble. Head scissors, and her head spikes into the mat. AJ Lee, this is your chance as you'll take the most of it. Shining Wizard! Shining Wizard from AJ Lee! And does that leave her a 3 count away from the Raw Women's Championship? 1, 2, no! It does not. Kick out at 2 from the Raw Women's Champion. Somehow, some way, Rosemary and that hive mind of hers continues to fight on. But what more does AJ Lee have up her sleeve to end this? She went with the Black Widow. She went with the Shining Wizard. And neither were enough to finish Rosemary. Rosemary has yet to go for the Red Wedding. And it makes you think if she does, could it be the move to end this? She will grab the legs of AJ Lee once more and look to sit in that Boston Crab, though. Turning her over. AJ Lee is either going to have to crawl to the ropes or force her way out of this one. At a height disadvantage and a weight disadvantage as well to the Raw Women's Champion. But that is the way to escape a Boston Crab, gripping onto the leg there and shoving Rosemary back as well after she tried again. Both women up to their feet. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors there by AJ Lee as well. And now this is where Rosemary really needs to worry. She is on what I would call her last legs. She is not looking like she has a great chance of holding on to that title right now. AJ Lee perching herself up here. Hooking the legs in for that spiderweb German suplex. puts herself on the top rope now. Frog splash as well. AJ Lee covers for the title. Will this do it? No. How? How was that not enough is the big question right now. AJ Lee tries again. Boot, caught, captures suplex, up and over goes the challenger. And Rosemary right now making life a living hell for her. Finally, Rosemary getting in some offense here. But how much of it does she have left to give? Oh no. Oh no. She may well have exactly the right amount to hold on to that title. Up in the air. Red wedding from Rosemary with 1, 2, 3. Rosemary is still the Raw Women's Champion. She maintained it. She did it. I thought for certain at one point AJ Lee had enough. I thought she could do it, but I was proven wrong. I was wrong. In the back of my mind, I really hoped that we would see something there in the latter stages from AJ Lee after that frog splash, but she does it again. Rosemary now edging on 9 months as the Raw Women's Champion. And now you have to ask, when you look at that roster, as impeccable as it may be, who can stop her? Really? Who can stop this woman? Paige failed. AJ Lee failed. So many others have fallen by the wayside in the process of trying to take that title away from Rosemary. Who can succeed? Is there anyone able to succeed? That is a question for another day. As for right now, though, Rosemary is still your Raw Women's Champion. It is time to move on to our next contest, though, and it's going to be the first of 2 grudge matches of the evening. And this one involves Mr. Money in the Bank Roman Reigns going up against the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. This all stemmed from Roman Reigns wanting to get himself on the Payback card and saying that he needed to beat someone to prove that he should go down as one of the greatest of all time. And he said that he believed that man to be Shawn Michaels. Michaels at first was honored by it, believing that, Reigns was realizing just how great of an opportunity this could be for him. But Reigns had to get across the point. Reigns drove it into Shawn Michaels. He never said that Michaels was one of the greatest. He is just doing this to become the greatest. And at that point, the Heartbreak Kid turned things around. The Heartbreak Kid realized this was a signature fight for Shawn Michaels. And he is going to have to fight here tonight in order to win and in order to prove to Roman Reigns he is not one of the greatest of all time, but the showstopper is. However, Roman Reigns has done his best to try and tell an alternate tale to that one and do his best to make this more personal. You saw it this past Monday on Raw. Shawn Michaels was due to go one-on-one against Hirooki Goto. Culled by Roman Reigns. Attacked backstage. Powerbombed into a locker by Mr. Money in the Bank. At that moment, it was realized this is more than just about Roman Reigns wanting to prove he is one of the best. This is about Roman Reigns wanting to take someone out at his own behest. This is about Roman Reigns wanting to fill an ego. And the fact is, when you look back in this universe, Roman Reigns may be Mr. Money in the Bank. There's no doubting it. He has the briefcase. He has the chance until next June to cash in on anyone. However, what he hasn't got yet is a big win. He has yet to have that huge win that sets him apart and makes you realize this guy is the real deal. And this isn't just for Roman Reigns since becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. This is for Roman Reigns as a whole. You look to Roman Reigns' career. He's a former United States champion, yes. He lost that belt because he was injured. He is one half of the longest reigning tag team champions of all time. No doubt about it. But it's one half. The other half was the greatest of all time in Seth Rollins to go along with it. You look at Roman Reigns as a single superstar. He has lost chances to be the world champion. He has lost chances in the past to get the shot of the world title. And he hasn't been able, since joining Monday Night Raw, to get that off his back. Yes, he may have the Money in the Bank briefcase, but he has always lost in those big match scenarios. CM Punk is the most prevalent example of it. They have fought twice, and twice Roman Reigns has been defeated. And that is against the man with the most world title reigns in this universe, with 5. So, with that being said, how does Roman Reigns tackle a former world champion in Shawn Michaels to go with it? A Triple Crown champion in Shawn Michaels at that. Great name within this universe. Sorry, not a Triple Crown champion. Shawn Michaels is actually lacking a secondary title reign, i.e. the United States Championship or equivalent to that. Roman Reigns is, of course, lacking the World Championship to become a Triple Crown champion. Interesting stats for you right there. These blows, you're clubbing away from Roman Reigns as he gets fired up on the early stages here. Shawn Michaels, though, this is kind of how you feel like a Shawn Michaels match should go. You know, he gets beaten up for a while, but Michaels perseveres and he finds a way back into it. Lovely backbreaker there from the showstopper. It was a very long time since Shawn Michaels was last world champion. As a matter of fact, I don't even think Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, as members of the Shield, had started their reign as WWE Tag Team Champions when Shawn Michaels' final reign as World Champion, first one and only reign in this universe as World Champion, came to an end. Nevertheless, Shawn Michaels has always been fighting. Been a member of the Monday Night Raw roster now, came back over in the supplemental draft, if I remember rightly, when ECW won the tag team titles with current Intercontinental Champion AJ Styles. So certainly success is following on Michaels, as is the crowd here tonight at Payback, cheering him on immensely here. Certainly the Heartbreak Kid is in friendly territory. No surprise, Roman Reigns is in enemy territory right now. Definitely done his best to polarize the fans. And Roman Reigns, in with a Superman punch, striking fast there and striking effectively. 2 count on Michaels over that Superman punch. So where do we go now? Where does Shawn Michaels go from here? He's on the back foot here, still fighting. Got to give him credit for that. But where does he move now from here? Snake Eyes from Reigns. Heavy move to hit as well. Roman Reigns now Irish whip off the ropes. Samoan drop as well. Executed that gorgeously. May not be the biggest fans of what Roman Reigns does as a person, but there's no doubt about it. In between those ropes, he certainly shows why he is Mr. Money in the Bank. But like I said, he is missing that big win. If Roman Reigns wants to believe himself as one of the greatest of all time, he needs those wins. You look at some of the greatest. They have those wins to go with them. You look at your CM Punks. He has 5 world titles to his name. He has victories over the likes of Bobby Fish, of Austin Aries, some of the most successful guys in this universe. He has those victories over them. You look at the greatest, Seth Rollins. Look at the names of the people he has beaten. Kenny Omega, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. These great names. These big names that everyone knows. And Roman Reigns' biggest win is not really... I guess Money in the Bank is his biggest win. But all he really got to win now is he climbed up a ladder quicker than anyone else and got the briefcase first. He may be Mr. Money in the Bank, but he's really got to prove it. And I got to say it, he's doing a good job of that right now against Shawn Michaels. Crowd trying to cheer Michaels on once again. And that may have worked because Michaels responds there with a strike. And now, back suplex. Is this where the Heartbreak Kid gets fired up? He's going to take himself to the top rope here. The crowd knows what's incoming. Roman Reigns might not have, though. Come on, Michaels. This is a great chance for you to get back in this matchup right now. Roman Reigns still able to turn himself over. Put back down by a stomp, though. Right in the back. And the crowd will cheer on Michaels as he tunes up the band. Shawn Michaels. Sweet chin music to Roman Reigns. Will this kill the hype of the Roman Empire? No! Reigns kicks out at 2. But Michaels trying to get this crowd to keep on cheering him on here. Trying to make sure they don't give up on him. Michaels going again. Flying forearm. Michaels now in with the atomic drop. Great strength there. And follows it up with a body slam. 2 great feats of strength from Shawn Michaels. And now takes Roman Reigns down. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter applied in the middle of the ring. As Roman Reigns got the versatility in him to survive. He most certainly does. Michaels sent backing up there. Reigns, spear! Spear by Reigns, and this could all be over. There's 2, and a kick out from Michaels. Wow. Roman Reigns stopping himself temporarily there as if to say, how didn't that finish the job? I thought that was it. Shawn Michaels, though, showing that 1 spear is not enough. It has certainly been the case over these last few weeks for Roman Reigns that 1 spear has been enough. Not tonight at Payback, though. Not after all he's done to get all the vent and frustration and anger out of Shawn Michaels. Superplex, though, to the Heartbreak Kid. But Michaels is still going. Dragon Screw. And he's going again. He's going to tune the bad once more. Will he strike, though? Sweet chin music, no. Ducked. Ducked by Reigns. And oh, no. Reigns has him now in a high cross position. Reels him in. Sit out power bomb. Doesn't go for the cover. But I think I know what he has planned next. Roman Reigns sets himself up. Waits in the corner to strike. Spear is countered. Michaels counters the spear. Covers Reigns, but he kicks out right away. A DDT is not going to be enough, but he used his own momentum against him. And that just shows the ring general mind of Shawn Michaels. He used the ring against Roman Reigns. He used his own momentum against him there, but it wasn't enough to finish the job. Reigns now picks him up, strikes away at Shawn Michaels quickly. Irish whip off the ropes, went for a big clothesline, missed it. Counters Michaels. Oh, good God, as he has a... Oh, my. This is like a reverse T-bone suplex being applied here. But the hold gripped in greatly, and Michaels was essentially a passenger to that. A trio of them. The strength from Reigns. And again, he will try again. Roman Reigns lines himself up. Spear! And this time he gets it. The second spear of this match. Will not end it. And the frustration is venting in Reigns. How hasn't he done it? Roman Reigns needs this big win, and Shawn Michaels is denying him it right now. Irish whip off the ropes. Spear by Reigns. A 3rd spear. 1, 2, and a kick out again. That is 3 spears that Shawn Michaels has kicked out of. But how much of that was Shawn Michaels, and how much of that was just his mind, just his natural reactions doing it for him. Leaping clothesline by Roman Reigns now. And he lifts up Michaels, and you feel like the end is on its way. Superman punch to Michaels. Reigns calls him up to his feet once more. Eyes up his foe. Spear. The crowd can cheer HBK all they want, but it's over. Roman Reigns beats Shawn Michaels after 4, count 'em, 4 spears. Reigns, however, is your winner. And Shawn Michaels somehow still stands at the end of it. And no matter what Roman Reigns has done, Michaels recognizes what Roman Reigns is. Michaels perhaps not following what the fans wanted there, but just following his gut and respecting Roman Reigns, raising the arm of the winner. And you got to imagine in Reigns' mind, he welcomes that because Michaels has just admitted he is not as strong as Roman Reigns. Nevertheless, what a contest that was by both men. They sacrificed it all, but Roman Reigns finally can say he has that big win under his belt. Nevertheless, speaking of belts, it is time to move on to our next title match of the evening. And here we go. Hirooki Goto versus Kassius Ohno for the United States Championship. What a contest is it going to be for the vacant US title. Goto and Ohno have fought for this right, and it is going to be something else to witness. And it is up next. Oh man alive, am I excited for this one. Here comes Kassius Ohno towards the ring. Ready, prepared, and maybe, just maybe, the next United States champion looking at us as well. Ohno beat Jay Lethal to get this spot. Hirooki Goto beat... Hang on, what? What do you mean? Oh no. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're being told we gotta go backstage right now. We gotta go backstage. Kassius Ohno will continue to make his entrance, but there's something going on backstage involving Hirooki Goto. What the hell is this? What the hell is going on? A master assailant is attacking Hirooki Goto right now. Someone get out there and stop this. It's in the parking lot of this arena. Someone stop this. Someone stop this right now. Goto got blindsided by this man, whoever it is. No, 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 Goto! Choke slam! Into a windshield! Who is this man? Who is this man? He's walked off and... What the hell's going on right now? Ohno stands in the ring, I don't think he knows what's going on. You have got to be kidding me. No. 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 Lars Sullivan has just tricked his way into the US title match. That was Sullivan. That was the freak who just did that. Lars Sullivan attacked Goto. And now he's taking his spot in the match. Oh my god, this is... Constable Dredge is here. He's got to do something, right? He's got to make sure this doesn't happen. Goto's out. He probably needs help right now. He just got chokeslammed onto a windshield. And Lars Sullivan is here in his place. The man responsible for the death of the former Raw General Manager, Dario Ranallo. The man who believed that Lars Sullivan was his best friend is no longer here because of that very man. And Sullivan acts as if nothing's happened. Matter of fact, no, he doesn't act as if nothing's happened. He's embraced it. Lars Sullivan is a psychopath now. Lars Sullivan has gone from being this brain-dead freak within this ring to being something much more than that. He just tricked his way to the Raw General Manager to get a chance to win back his US title. And nothing's being done to stop this right now. The match is going ahead. It's Ohno versus Sullivan. How? How are you letting this happen? Oh no, the bell rings and immediately Lars Sullivan turns his attention on Ohno. Oh my goodness, this shouldn't have happened this way. We should have been in for a great match between two great athletes for a prestigious title. But instead, Lars Sullivan has just ripped that away from all of us. Sullivan's going to do everything he can to get that US title back around his waist. But look at this. Ohno trying to fight back right now. Ohno trying to put a stop to it. Oh my goodness though, Lars Sullivan with every vicious strike. Those hands that were used to bring an end to Dario Ranallo are now being used to victimize Kassius Ohno, punching him in the face from the cowl clutch position. And there's almost a hushed silence in this crowd. They don't know what to make of all of this. They don't know how to react to all of this. Sullivan, diving headbutt from the top rope. And I agree with this crowd. I have no idea what to make of this. I thought this guy was going to be in jail. But instead, freak accident. Instead, he is in this ring right now, competing for the US title. And not only competing, but he's about 10 seconds away from winning it, because Sullivan's gonna go again. A second freak accident. Ohno's resilient, but even I know this is over. Lars Sullivan is the United States champion. Again, this was all for nothing. Everything that Constable Dredge did, his first act as Raw General Manager, was firing this man and stripping him of that title. And we have come full circle. Here tonight at Payback, Lars Sullivan is the United States champion, and everything that Dredge did to make sure that wouldn't happen was for nothing, because it has happened. Goto needs help. Ohno needs help. Sullivan needs to be put behind bars. But instead of that, he stands here right now, your United States champion. Something needs to be done about this. Sharpish. Dredge, you're on the clock here. You need to do something. I don't know what to make of that, but we've got to move on. We've got to move on, because look at what is coming up next. That is something that is going to burrow in my mind, but this is something that's going to be memorable in my mind. A street fight between Hiroshi Tanahashi and Triple H. The ace of the universe versus the game. What a contest we are in for. Tanahashi, as I said earlier on in the evening, he's out of his comfort zone. He's not in something that he can protect himself in. That is what Triple H wants him to be in, but he does not know what Tanahashi is capable of. This is all about two guys wanting to prove themselves, and let's see how this all came to be. Triple H going one-on-one against someone who we don't know. The ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. And Triple H almost immediately taps out. The ace is here. Incredible. Triple H is here. The ace wasn't anticipating this. Triple H, pedigree to Tanahashi. Triple H just has no respect for anyone, though. Why Triple H? Why? Why did Triple H attack Tanahashi last week? He's sick of jobbers coming into the ring and trying to steal his spotlight. At Payback, Triple H is going to bury Tanahashi in a street fight. No, Triple H, oh my god! Tanahashi to the rescue! Tanahashi and Triple H, there will be no saving them. The game versus the ace. Man alive, you can feel the tension building back in this room as the crowd is aware of what is next. These next two matches are what Payback is all about. But this one has nothing to do with belts. This one has nothing to do with brands. This one has nothing to do with a guy in over his head. These are two people who do not like one another. This is the actions of one forcing another to retaliate. This is jealousy in its own right as well, at its finest. And I say that as a Triple H fan. I say that as a man who should not respect this guy for the actions that he does, but I can't find myself being unable to appreciate Triple H. I often call him one of, if not the greatest superstar in this universe to not have won the world title. And I say right now that Triple H is jealous of Hiroshi Tanahashi. Jealous of the attention he got when Tanahashi arrived to Monday Night Raw. Jealous of the fact that Tanahashi beat him in his debut on Monday Night Raw. And most importantly, he is jealous of the fact that Tanahashi got all this love, affection, and has the crowd siding with him everywhere they go. Everywhere people go for Raw now, they want Hiroshi Tanahashi. Triple H wants to be that. Triple H wants to be the name on everyone's lips. And Tanahashi is that name right now. Triple H's tactics are simple. Put Tanahashi in a match he's not comfortable with. Put Tanahashi away here tonight and go on for a shot at that world title. I know I said this ain't about titles, but when it comes to the man that is Triple H, everything revolves around titles. Triple H is craving that World Heavyweight Championship. He begs for it. And all he needs to do, in my eyes, is beat Tanahashi to get it. And I may well be saying in the same breath, all Tanahashi needs to do is beat Triple H here tonight to get it. This could be an unofficial #1 contenders matchup, but what it absolutely is a fight between two men who do not like one another. Two polarizing figures within the wrestling world. Triple H wanted this street fight. He wanted Tanahashi out of his comfort zone. Will it work? You heard the hatred for Triple H in that moment though, and now you hear the love that this crowd has for the ace of the universe, the once-in-a-century talent. Hiroshi Tanahashi makes his pay-per-view debut here. Oh man, what a chance this is for Tanahashi. He stands here after everything Triple H threw at him, the pedigree, the attacks, the unceremonious beating at the hands of Triple H. But Tanahashi stood for one thing at the end of it all. Triple H stood for himself. Tanahashi stood for everyone. And you saw it when he saved Lethal from that assault this past Monday on Raw, as you saw in the build-up to this match. The humanity from Tanahashi is something that Triple H detests. The selflessness from Tanahashi directly contradicts the selfishness of Triple H. But the big question that I find myself asking, what will Tanahashi do in a street fight? How does Tanahashi fight in a street fight? This ain't Tanahashi's match. If this was a pure wrestling match, if this was a pure wholehearted rematch, like the first match was on Monday Night Raw, no doubt about it, I'd say Tanahashi has this one won. But a street fight, that ain't Tanahashi's bread and butter, if you should say. That ain't Tanahashi's safe zone. And Tanahashi, though, immediately adapting. High fly cross early on there. And I should have reacted larger to it in all fairness, but I know this is just the beginning of what is going to be a big fight between these two men. Tanahashi's love for wrestling is going to have to be thrown out of the window in order to pull off these moves here, in order to fight Triple H in the fashion that he will have to. Triple H is going to force him to fight dirty, and Tanahashi may very well have to do it. Here comes strikes from Tanahashi now. What a combo he got in there on Triple H. Elbow from Triple H, though, counters him back. Tanahashi, open-handed chop. And Triple H sent back down. Triple H up to his feet, though. What the hell is the game going to do here? Oh, no. Oh, that's a bad idea. And Tanahashi makes him pay for it. Tanahashi now calling Triple H up to his feet. You have to throwing him off the top rope. High fly cross this time. It hit effectively. Early cover on the game. 1 count. Here we go. Things just kind of went up a notch with a high fly cross. Remember, this is a street fight. This is falls count anywhere effectively. No DQs, no countouts. The match can end anywhere in this arena. Tanahashi has a say in it. It ends in that ring. If Triple H has a say in it, it ends when Tanahashi can't fight any longer. But it's Tanahashi who goes for a weapon first, but he couldn't bring himself to use it. Triple H takes it away from him and smacks him in the face with a baseball bat of all things. Oh, but Tanahashi has been through so much in his career, he can fight back, and sending him face first into that announce table. Thank God I am not sitting there. Look at this, Tanahashi going to an even greater extent here, tearing apart that table right now. Tanahashi's saying almost as if you're going to force me into this situation, if you're going to force me to fight in the way that I have to, you better be damn ready, because I'm going to go all out in this. Tanahashi is playing Triple H's game, pun intended there. But the question is, how well can he play it? Is this something that Tanahashi's putting on as a charade? Or has he been preparing for an out-and-out fight like this one could be? Great shoulder tackle there, sending Triple H into the apron. He sends him into the announce table once more, and he's going to send him face first into it this time. That is not something that you want to be landing on. Back in the ring we go now, though, with Tanahashi in firm control. Has to be said, the Ace doing pretty good. Triple H, though, commentator's curse. DDT from the game. Tanahashi rolls out to the apron here. Triple H trying to get him off that apron, but Tanahashi keeps on pulling himself up. Triple H now right in the face of Tanahashi, getting very confident and punches him back to the outside. Here we go again. These two men gonna fight on the outside. Are you kidding me? Triple H is gonna go for something very un-Triple H like. No, he's not. Classic Triple H there. Fooling us into thinking he was gonna do one thing, then goes ahead and does another. Just a fight going on right now, though, between these two men. Just swinging strikes at one another and hoping that something hits them, essentially. You know the phrase, just throw something in the wall and hope that it sticks. That's basically what these two men are doing. And oh, things are getting far more dangerous now. Tanahashi at least has gone into the crowd, and Triple H has come with him. And here we go, the fight is on between these two. And I am not alone, apparently, in my support of Triple H. I said that I don't like supporting this man, but there is people cheering on Triple H right now as this fight continues on here. God, who knows what is going to happen out there. Sledgehammer, kendo stick, bin lids, trucks, crates, spine buster as well on the concrete flooring. Oh no. Triple H has Tanahashi. He counters it. Tanahashi with a great counter there. Tanahashi, though, dumped on his neck with a Saito suplex. Oh, what a scary move that is for Triple H to hit. Look at this, though, the fight that both men have. It has been a fight already in this one, and it is simply continuing on. Tanahashi, sling blade on the outside there. Sling blade of Triple H up on the crate right now. Tanahashi went for the splash, but Triple H moved out of the way. Oh, what a heavy impact that was. And now trash can in hand. Triple H smacking into the back of Tanahashi. Tanahashi, though, evades it. Flying forearm. Man, they are just scrapping it out right now in that part of the crowd. Whoever paid for those seats right there, they're getting their own front row experience right now. But Tanahashi, too pure it seems to want to fight out there. He wants to go back to the ring, but Triple H going to force him back to the ring on the backhand, shall we say. Uh-oh, Triple H has him now. Look at this, though. He doesn't want to go back towards the ring. He wants to keep this fight going in the crowd, in a territory where he's in control. And Triple H knows that. Look at what he did to Tanahashi in that little section there. But Tanahashi fights himself out of it. Triple H and Tanahashi just slugging away right now in that small section they've got to work in. Tanahashi forcing Triple H back. He wants to go back towards the ring. He wants to go to his strong point in this matchup. Triple H absolutely does not, but he sends Tanahashi back over the barricades. Well, here we go. The fight continues on now. Back out there. Back at the ringside area. And Triple H back face first into an announce table. Man, I don't know why they keep on setting up those things. I'm not going to sit by them. Especially not when something like this is happening. Tanahashi and Triple H back again by the announce table and punching him into it as well to go with it. Just slugging it out on the outside. You can hear the thud of every shot, and you'll hear the thud of that spine buster as well from the game. Triple H now picking up Tanahashi. Oh, I thought for a second there pedigree was incoming. Oh no, it is incoming. Triple H, pedigree to Tanahashi on the thin padding on the outside of the ring. Triple H could have ended the ace right there. 1, 2, Tanahashi kicks out at 2. Go ace indeed. Tanahashi finds his way back into this one. And Triple H finds himself back into the announce table. Tanahashi's fighting. Back in the ring we go now. What a fight this is turning out to be now, and the stakes just got even higher with that pedigree. Tanahashi seemed to be prepping something up there, but just couldn't connect with it. Triple H now, neck breaker, gets all of it. Tanahashi has certainly been on the back foot, I gotta say, in this one. It has certainly felt like it has been Triple H's match more than Tanahashi's. But here goes Tanahashi in the ring. Twisted shout from Tanahashi. And he runs. He leaps up to that top rope because he knows what's right in front of him. Tanahashi. High fly flow. 1, 2. No. Oh, man. A very late kick out there from Triple H, but one that kept this match going. Tanahashi, though, showing his fighting side, showing the side of him that cannot and will not give in, and the side that Triple H wanted to emerge here at Payback. Steel steps being added, but Triple H wants this fight to continue outside in Tanahashi's essentially weak zone, shall we say. The place where Tanahashi knows he's not at his best. Triple H spent a long time covering there. And surprise, surprise, that is why he didn't even get a 1 count. Referee took a long time to get outside of the ring, though. But the fight continues on outside of the ring nonetheless. And Tanahashi will keep fighting here. Sends him to the barricade. Not once, but twice. And now preps him up. Russian leg sweeps him into it as well. Another drastic thud being let out. As Tanahashi sends him back into the ring now. Back up on that top rope. What will we see from Tanahashi? I think it might be another high fly cross on its way. Tanahashi will nail it and will cover Triple H. Will this do it here? No. Kick out at 2 again. Oh my goodness. What a fight this has been. It has been a fight far more than it ever was a match. And Tanahashi again cannot prevent himself from the strength of Triple H forcing him over that top rope. And that section cheering on Triple H certainly is a loud one. You can hear the boos from the Tanahashi fans right there. To those people trying to cheer on Triple H, they certainly are not welcoming of that. Tanahashi now has Triple H up. Stun gun on the ropes there. Tanahashi picking up those steel steps. He brought him in the ring, and he hasn't used them yet. Does Tanahashi have something else in mind right now? Look at the strength from the ace. Oh yes, he does. Slamming Triple H down onto them. Slammed him down on the steps, and Tanahashi goes up high. High fly flow. 1, 2. Triple H survives again. But Tanahashi knows this has got to be the one. 3rd time's the charm. High fly flow. 1, 2. Triple H kicks out again. And the exhaustion on Tanahashi tells the whole story. He could have sworn that was enough, but it wasn't. Snap German. Will this be enough? No. What a match. And what a gutsy performance from both men as well, who both refuse to stop fighting. Who both will not let the other get the better of them. And Tanahashi sent over the barricade again. But does Triple H want to go out there? Yes, he does. And Tanahashi backed up. He welcomed him there to hit him with that hard forearm. Oh man, what I know I've said this a lot thus far, but what a fight this has been by both men. Triple H, Spinebuster, Tanahashi counters it. And what a counter at that by Tanahashi. No. Don't do this, Ace. Don't do this, Ace. Triple H somehow still finding a way back up to his feet. He's kicked out of 3 high fly flows in this one now. Tanahashi, does he have it in him? He looks to fly, and he scrapes Triple H there. Dragging him right now into the right place. Tanahashi lifting up Triple H on the outside. Sling blade on the outside for Tanahashi. But he's got to get Triple H back in the ring. I know it's false count anyway, but Tanahashi's got to get him back in the ring to end this. Oh no. Oh no. Ace. Ace. No. High fly flow to the outside. 1, 2. Tanahashi beats Triple H. Oh my goodness. What an ending. What an ending. What a match. What a fight. What a brawl. And what a victory for the ace of the universe. Hiroshi Tanahashi wins at Payback. 4 high fly flows later, and the game finally stays down. Congratulations, Tanahashi, on a well-earned victory. And may it be the first of many on this big stage. Congratulations to Tanahashi, but what a fight from Triple H. But Triple H may well have to wait another day to get his hands on this title. Because here we go. It is the main event of the evening here at Payback, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Bryan versus Marty Scurll, the leader of the Yes Movement and the face of Monday Night Raw, versus the World Heavyweight Champion and the man who has forced himself into that position that the fans see Daniel Bryan in. Marty Scurll, the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in this universe, looks to keep the reign going and looks to shut up Monday Night Raw, Constable Dredge and Daniel Bryan. Bryan fights for all of those, and he looks to make it another world title reign. Let us see how the Yes Movement collided with the villain. Marty Scurll just beat CM Punk. Marty Scurll wants to show up the Raw General Manager. Marty Scurll wants to face whoever comes through that curtain for the world title. He opened his mouth again and it got him in more trouble. Daniel Bryan's going to kick the head off Marty Scurll, going to put him in the yes lock, and he's going to make him tap out. He does this for Monday Night Raw. He will do this for those who have fallen. Scurll is too in over his head, but in reality, he is nothing compared to the people of Monday Night Raw, and Daniel Bryan will prove it. Marty Scurll, Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Here comes the villain, running into Scurll. Will that be the move that makes Daniel Bryan the next World Heavyweight Champion? He wants to show him that you never mess with the Yes Movement. Marty Scurll still owns Monday Night Raw. This is the villain show now. Is Payback the evening for Daniel Bryan? The villain and the Yes Movement colliding at Payback for the world title. Alright, here we go. Who's taking home the World Heavyweight Championship? The question can be asked right now, and the answer can be found out in a matter of moments. Daniel Bryan heads towards the ring, the crowd on his side as he looks to capture his 3rd World Heavyweight Championship in this universe. Daniel Bryan has been a member of Monday Night Raw from the very first episode of this universe many, many moons ago. And now on this very night, Daniel Bryan looks to become the world champion once more. Daniel Bryan looks to represent the brand of Monday Night Raw, the people of Monday Night Raw, and most importantly, the World Heavyweight Championship in the eyes that it may very well deserve. Marty Scurll has broken the record now. Marty Scurll is the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in the history of this universe. He has surpassed Nakamura's reign. All Daniel Bryan can theoretically hope to do is shorten it. And can he manage that? We will find out in just a moment. Bryan is ready. He has amped himself up for this one moment. You saw in the hype package building up to this just how much this means to Daniel Bryan. But it also means so much to this man. The World Heavyweight Champion, the villain, Marty Scurll. The man who found a way to somehow beat CM Punk at SummerSlam. The man who heads into this, as I said, the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion of all time in this universe. The man who is the reason why Adam Cole is no longer a member of Monday Night Raw. It is all because of the villain. Is this the night where Marty Scurll continues to make his legacy? Or is this the night where the Yes Movement rises above another target? Where the Yes Movement brings another to its knees? Or will the villain find a way to trick his way through that whole Yes Movement, bring it to the end, and use Daniel Bryan to make that end happen? We are about to find out in this main event. Make absolutely no mistake about it. Daniel Bryan is the favorite here. Bryan is always going to be the favorite, whoever faces him. Because Monday Night Raw is on his side, as they have been from the very first day. Daniel Bryan has stood here on Raw. He has never gone anywhere. And it is fitting, in many regards, that Daniel Bryan gets another crack at that World Heavyweight Championship. But the man he has to take it away from is Marty Scurll, the 5-month reigning World Heavyweight Champion, the man who has showed no signs of letting up as World Champion since winning that belt at WrestleMania. And the big question to ask is, can Daniel Bryan overcome the villain? Can he do it? I want to say yes, but Scurll somehow finds a way to turn a situation which he absolutely shouldn't win into a situation where he somehow leaves on top. The main event of Payback is underway, though. This is what it is all about. Monday Night Raw, essentially, versus Marty Scurll. And here we go. Bryan exploding out of the gates, but gets caught with a neck breaker there from Marty Scurll. And the villain starts off just the way that he would want to. Maybe let Bryan get in a few moves and let Bryan do what he wanted to do, and then stop him, cease him, shut him down. Let's see if he can do a fine job of that right now. There's no doubt about it. Say what you will about Marty Scurll's actions, and I will say a lot of them, because I don't find any of them to be commendable. Any of them that you can hold up highly and say this is how a world champion should act, because it couldn't be further from the truth. That is absolutely not how a world champion should act. But he is the world champion, and he seems to find a way in that ring with his own wrestling actions to hold on to that World Heavyweight Championship. Every title defense he's had thus far, he has, through some ways, obtained through just being a wrestler. He beat Adam Cole, legitimately. He beat CM Punk. Okay, the first one was a roll-up. The second one, legitimately. He knocked out Kassius Ohno. He tapped out Jinder Mahal. There is not a victory that Scurll hasn't obtained as World Heavyweight Champion, or rather defending World Heavyweight Champion, that has been by DQ, by countout, by an outside source, by blatant cheating. Scurll has always found a way to win. And what makes it weird to think about is how little, if at all, he has bent the rules to achieve it. Daniel Bryan certainly won't be bending any rules in this one, though, as he looks to become the World Heavyweight Champion once more. Last time Bryan was World Champion, Marty Scurll wasn't even in this universe. Now here we go, though. Firing up is Bryan. Kicks and strikes to Marty Scurll right now. There is nothing that the villain can do to stop those onslaught of strikes. Daniel Bryan, when it comes to his strikes, is a master in that craft, and there's very little you can do to deny him of what he wants. Bryan, spinning kick in the gut, throws Scurll in the corner. Scurll able to bat away the drop kick there. Nicely done. Scurll, though, eats a kick in the ribs, chop in the chest, and a drop kick as well. Great combination of strikes there by Bryan. He immediately picks right back up on the pace. Arm drag there from Bryan now. You can feel the crowd starting to get into it. You can feel the crowd starting to want to side with Bryan, but Scurll puts a stop to it. Death Valley driver. And down goes Bryan. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, Scurll's going to the turnbuckle. And I brought up his name earlier, and he's going to mock him. Panama Sunrise. And the crowd cheering on Bryan, chanting his name. And that was how he was able to kick out that early, I believe. I wonder if Scurll's just going to keep calling it the Panama Sunrise, just to mock Adam Cole, or if there will be a name change down the line. What is certain right now is Scurll's taking a trip to the outside there, and Bryan getting met with one hell of an uppercut. Oh my goodness. Marty Scurll popped right up to his feet and blasted Daniel Bryan with that European uppercut, but fair play to Bryan. He is fighting on right now. Sending him back into the ring. Scurll is slow to get up to his feet here, and here goes Bryan. Drop kick back in the ring. Wonderfully executed, and Bryan firing himself up now. What has Daniel Bryan got to stop for Scurll? It's the yes lock. It's the yes lock in the middle of the ring. In the middle of the ring. Bryan trying to get the submission victory, but Scurll fights out of it. Daniel Bryan promised this crowd that he would leave with the World Heavyweight Championship. He made a promise, and he's doing his best to keep to it. Great reversal for Bryan there. Question is, can he keep on going here? Irish whip now. Going to send Scurll into the turnbuckle. And here we go. Getting fired up now. Leaps over. Scurll hits the turnbuckle. Ducks under the clothesline. Running elbow from Bryan to follow up with it. And the crowd is on their feet for him. And the leader of the Yes Movement finds himself closer and closer to that world title again. Diving headbutt. Flying goat. Bryan goes into the cover. Will this be enough to end it? There's two, and no. This crowd, though, they keep their support going. They keep their appreciation for Daniel Bryan going. But Marty Scurll slips out of it and finds a way back in it. Right to the eyes now by Scurll. Oh, but make no mistake about it, he ain't going to get it easy. Dropkick in the corner from Daniel Bryan now. Is he one big move away from being World Heavyweight Champion? Marty Scurll seems to think no. Scurll firing himself back up. Double forearms. Gets a run up. Flying forearm in the corner. No. Bryan evaded it there. Signature Marty Scurll was the hope, but the reality didn't happen. Oh, what a move, though, from Scurll. Right down on the neck there for Bryan. And that could set him up perfectly for what Scurll has in mind next. Another callback, and another attempt, and another Panama Sunrise. No cover made, but the end could be on its way. Scurll kicks him in the gut. Up in the air. Bird of prey. Oh my goodness. This could be enough. Covers Bryan. 1, 2. Bryan kicks out of 2. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, but Bryan needs to keep on going here. What an elbow. Bryan said to the fans that he would hit him with one knee plus, or running knee, whatever you want to call it, and he would be the champion. If Daniel Bryan gets that running knee, will he be the world champion? Well, one thing's for certain, here comes some kicks in the chest that will get him on his way towards that quest. Kicking away over and over. One in the head. Go on, Bryan. Go on, Bryan. Go to the ropes. Go to the turn. Oh, what is Bryan doing? Picking up Scurll there, and Scurll connects with one hell of a super kick. Covers Bryan to retain the title here at Payback. And another kick out from Bryan. Oh my goodness, what a match. What a match this is. A back and forth attitude. Fighting for what they believe in and standing by it. A definitive good versus evil battle shining through once again here at Payback. But there is so much more on the line as opposed to just hating one another. This is about the World Heavyweight Championship. This is about being the man on the posters, the man you see as the champion, the man who holds this brand to the stature that it should be held at. Marty Scurll is currently that man, and Daniel Bryan will do everything in his power to make sure that it ain't him. 2 count there from Scurll on Bryan. He's not going to go for it again, surely. Surely. No, he's gone up to the second rope here. Scurll, elbow drop to Bryan. Picks him up now, snapmaring him down, chinlock applied. Quick strike there from Scurll as well to go with it. Oh no, not again. Not again. Marty Scurll will do anything to mock his fallen foe, and he does it again. A third Panama Sunrise, a cover on Bryan, but the referee says his foot is on the rope. And the match has to continue. Bryan now forearm in the back of Marty Scurll. He's fighting, he's hoping. And oh no, he is risking as well. Bryan is risking a lot right now. Will it pay off? Daniel Bryan lining himself up. Suicide dive stopped by Scurll. Scurll clocked him there. Scurll clocked him in the face when Bryan went for the suicide dive. And that could be the beginning of the end right now. Marty Scurll is systematically breaking down Daniel Bryan right now. And there is little. It looks like there is such little that Bryan can do to stop it. Marty Scurll, hoping that he's done enough, covers Bryan. Nowhere near enough. Bryan kicks out a 1. Oh, but can he keep going? Oh, no. Oh, no. Scurll has him right where he wants him. Marty Scurll. Bird of prey. For the second time this match. And it may well be the last. 1, 2, 3. Marty Scurll is still the World Heavyweight Champion. Scurll did it. And once again, he didn't break the rules. He didn't cheat. He didn't twist any kind of rule in order to win. He clocked Bryan in the face when Bryan risked too much of it for that suicide dive. And in the end, it proved oh so costly. Marty Scurll is still the face of Monday Night Raw. What an evening. What an evening Payback has been. Another great pay-per-view in the books. If you ask me, though, I think there is one prevalent thing to be asked coming out of this. After everything we've seen, where does Constable Dredge go from here? And what does he do about some of the actions we saw here tonight at Payback? Hopefully we'll get an answer tomorrow night on Raw, but that ends Payback. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And ta-ra.